Okay, so for the last 4 months now, I've been babbling on and on about why voting is important to me and why I love America and why I think that if you really love America, you don't call it a garbage can. You don't say the people that don't look the way I want them to look are poisoning our blood. And that you don't say, as a presidential candidate said today, I shouldn't have left after being voted out of office. I shouldn't have left. That's not the America I vote for. But I don't pretend to speak for everybody. I know not everybody shares all of my values. Maybe some of you share some of my values. I would never presume to tell someone how to vote other than I tell you my approach to this. But if anybody else would like to come up and talk about why I vote, why I've already voted, or any other aspects, I'd welcome you up. The other thing is we're going to talk a little bit about the Women's March that happened yesterday. So if anybody wants to talk about either that or about why I vote, please come on up. The mic is open.
Why I vote, why I wanted to come up, number one, because nobody had come up, and I thought we need to get out here and say something. But more importantly, I kind of was inspired by conversations I've had with my son, who is on the fence about voting. So for me, just coming up and talking about why I vote is kind of the things I tell him is like, because number one, this is a right that we have that so few people outside of the United States have. And it's something that we almost have we have an obligation to participate in. It's something that we have, and we shouldn't take it for granted, because someday, God forbid, we could lose those rights. We don't want that to ever happen. So voting is a way to let your feelings, your passions be known to other people, so that you can't say, oh, I should have, in years to come, that you just stood there, as opposed to just saying, yes, voting is essential. We all should do it. We all have an obligation, and we shouldn't even think of it as an obligation. It's a privilege. So that's why I vote.
Thank you.
I vote because if I didn't vote, I'd feel like a piece of. And I vote to make myself feel happy and feel better about myself. Just imagine being at home, having really nothing to do other than eat your lunch and say, it's a little rainy outside. I don't feel like it. I don't feel up to getting wet. How trivial is that excuse? So I have no excuse. None whatsoever. And it's what we do in this country. We vote. And I wish more people voted because the country would be better off for it. That's why I vote.
Can you hear me? Voting is an aspirational act. We vote for what we love. Go vote for what you love.
All right, so I've got a hat on. It says "We the People" means everyone, and it's got a nice little rainbow on there. And I'm not talking about bringing in people from outside the country to vote or anything like that. American citizens, whether you're LGBTQ, whether you're black, whether you're white, whatever your skin color is, if you are an American citizen, you deserve to be able to vote. And I want to keep it that way. So that's why I'm voting.
I vote because regardless how fearful I am about where this country is going at times, I refuse to give up on what I think is one of the greatest things about our country. The fact that we are built on being a democracy. And while things threaten that and it gets scary, I think it's important to show that we will not back down, and I will make my voice heard, my vote heard every single election, because that is part of fulfilling this country's aspirations of being a democracy and being run by we the people. And that's important enough to hold on to.